Welcome to Ladybug Stampin, including the replay viewers. How are you guys doing? I think I already have somebody waiting in the waiting room. I'm so happy. Hello, everyone. I need to move this up a little bit. Okay, so is everybody having a good weekend? Has everybody been good the last 2 weeks while I was out? Got through with the wedding and got uh, through Labor Day, and then you know how it is. And then got through a work week, a short work week. So it was like working a whole week, 5 days and 4 days. Many of you know about that? Me, I know about that this past week. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? I'm trying to test my uh, quickness here. What's going on with this? Hello, Jacqueline. Good morning, Australia. Hello, Margene. So it tells me over here you're on, but does it now? It just told me here. So there is a little lag in that. Huh. All right. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll see. Hello, Tina. Oh my gosh, y'all. Have y'all had a good couple weeks without me? 2 weeks without me? I hope you say no. 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 I hope you say yes. So we're going to create a couple little things today. I thought we'd do a treat box, and I actually picked up some stuff for some boxes for Christmas and stuff, but I thought I would start out with making a favor box for maybe for coworkers, teachers or family members and stuff. And so I was at the Dollar General, y'all. The Dollar General has little things like this that are like 2 for $1 or for 33 cents. And so they're really good to get to create some favor boxes or some, treat boxes. And they're individually wrapped, so you don't have to be worried because of COVID and all this. And this is actually a crunch wafer. It looks so good, made with hazelnuts. But we're going to create a box for this today. Then I thought, since we're creating a box, oh, Jackson, thanks. I thought since we're creating a box, we'll go ahead and create a card as well. Let's get the most use out of our fall stamps, our autumn, autumn, fall. I know a lot of people call it different things. It is autumn, first day of autumn. It's coming up soon, right? And so we're going to be using this. And then for our card, we're going to be using the birch stamp set. And to get me a little background. Here are the colors that we're using tonight. Look at this, so messy, so messy. Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Mint Macaron, and Cajun Craze. That's the colors we're using tonight. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because, it's 5:03 and I want to go ahead and get started. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I haven't, sorry. I don't know why, when I start talking, like air gets in my throat and something happens and makes me cough, but we're all good now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to show you the box. Here is the little box that we're going to create. Now I do have this thank you on there for like a little thank you, hello, Dawn from Washington. Is it Washington State or Washington, D.C.? I asked that because I've been watching Grey's Anatomy all day while I've been creating, so. But we're going to make this little treat box. So, now, the one thing here, this is a little bit tight, but that's okay. I just kind of want to move it around a little bit, and it'll, loosen up a little bit. And here's the treat. Isn't that cute? And then you just put this back on here. I got to fold it up a little bit. Uh-oh, my little pieces, my little trim, linen thread trying to come apart. Yes, Washington State. Awesome. You like that? So the card I'm not going to show you because I've just got like a little sample here and I didn't finish it. It was just kind of like I was playing with it like, oh, I like this idea. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to get our paper trimmer first because I need to trim down some cardstock. So we're going to take out some very vanilla. Where's my notes? There's my notes. Put my notes right here so I can see them. And we're going to cut this cardstock down to 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. So we're going to have to bring our arm out on our trimmer. And I'm going to leave it high a little bit for right now so you guys can see the scoreboard and the trimmer and stuff. So we're going to cut this very vanilla down to 6 3/4. Put that over the side by 4 1/4. And it should be right on the money. Yes, it is. I already had that trimmed and ready to go on that side, the long side. Now we're going to get out some of this gorgeous, what's this paper called? Autumn Splendor, I think. Gilded Autumn. Gilded Autumn. Specialty Designer Series paper. Hello, Mary. And the paper is, I chose this one because, as you can see, you know, it's going to go on the front and the back. And it doesn't matter too much with the, I know it is gorgeous DSP, Dawn. Gorgeous, isn't it? With the, how it, you know, the images are on the paper, how it goes. Because, you know, if you have an image that's going one way, you want to make sure you cut your paper right, because you don't want it going upside down. So I chose this one for that fact. So we're going to cut this down to 6 by 4 1/4. So now this is already 6, because I had it this ready for like my paper shares. So that one was already ready to go. And we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4. And that'll be our top. All right, so that's, we got that, those two pieces there. And then we're going to cut our thank you. I was thinking about doing something different this time. I've got this thank you, but I really want to do this hey there on here. I don't know, I just like that, and it's smaller. So we might use that instead, okay? All right. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Christine. I love fall too. I love the colors, and I like the temperature, but I'm a summer girl. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a summer girl. I like summer. So, but I do like autumn for the colors and the coziness. And how many of you guys have already got your fall decorations out? Like, I've got some. I've made some things over that I got from a Dollar Tree and stuff like that, but I haven't got all of my fall stuff up. So, but how many of you guys have got your fall stuff up? All right, so we're going to take this, the 6 3/4 by 4 1/4 Very Vanilla, and we're going to put it on the long side, and we're going to score in 2 places. We're going to score at 3, oops, stay in there, 3 inches, and then 3 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to turn it on the short side. You have your fall up? You do? Yeah, I have, like I said, just a couple pieces that I've made. Hello, Miss Linda. And on the short side, we're going to score it at 3/4. And then 3 1/2. Okay. So that basically gives you 3/4 on this side, 3/4 on this side, and then 3/4 in the middle when we fold it up. All right, now we're going to take our lovely DSP, and we are going to score this on the long side first. Okay, let's see. Oh, first we're going to take a piece of Very Vanilla, just a scrap piece. No, not me trying to make summer last a bit longer. Yeah, right. Let me too, Linda, kind of a little bit. And we're going to put it against this right here. And what this does is basically creates like a little hair. Because I'm going to cut my dimensions about the same, or score my dimensions about the same, but there's going to be just a little hair for it to fit over our box. So I'm going to place my DSP against that, remove this, and I don't know if you guys can see, but there literally is like, it's like a little hair off of the side. And I'm going to hold it very tightly so it doesn't, you know, mess up. And I'm going to score it at 2 5/8, and then 3 3/8. Which is right here. And then I'm going to turn it on the short side. I'm going to do the same thing. Put it against here. Take your DSP, and you're going to, you know, put it up there right in the corner like that. Hold it. And then we're going to score this at 3/4 by 3 1/2. Like that. Okay. Now, this piece of DSP is cut at 6 by 4 1/4, because you see it doesn't go all the way down, down over the box, because I did have it when I first was designing it, I did have it go all the way down, but I thought, no. I seen another box somebody else had made. They did kind of half and half, and I like just a little sliver of very vanilla on here. So that's why I did that. That's why this is a little bit shorter. All right, so now, so what's y'all's favorite time of year? I like summer, but as far as holiday, it is Christmas. I love Christmas. Let me get you guys straightened up here. I can see on my phone. And I'm going to now bring you in a little bit. Okay. There we go. Fall. Yeah, I like fall. But I like Christmas. I think for me, like Christmas, well, I guess fall into Christmas. Those two kind of go for me. So now we're going to take our sides and we're going to burnish them all. Burnish them really good. Yeah, I like fall. I love these colors. This mint macaron and Cajun Craze. Those are some pretty colors together, aren't they? I hope it makes a pretty card. Spring is pretty. You know that spring is the shortest season? I did not know that until, where did I hear that? The other day I heard that. So we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to burnish the sides, all our score lines. Yeah, isn't that odd? I had never heard that till the other day. Guess they say that's true. We all learn new things every day, isn't it? All learn new things. All right. And so we burn that. Then we're going to get out our paper snips. Summer is my favorite season. I love Halloween and Christmas as well. I used to like Halloween. My birthday's the day before Halloween. Okay, now we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to score up these two lines, or cut down these two score lines on each side, okay? And I'm going to try to cut right down the middle. And then I'm going to take a little sliver off of this side. Literally a little sliver, look. Then I'm going to cut down this side. And I'm going to take a little sliver off of this one as well. Probably a little bit bigger sliver off of this one. Yeah, my summer, I just love swimming. That's why I like summer so much. I love to swim. You know, so that's why, oops. Oh well, that's okay if that got messed up. We can trim that. I could feel it cutting up paper. It's okay that gets in there. Good evening, Miss Lori. Are you off today? Are you off today? Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with here. We're going to cut the same size. And I'll turn it on this side so you can see it a little bit better. But you're going to cut like this. And I'm cutting right down the line. Yoo-hoo! She got off today. That's awesome. It's kind of nice. It was nice this morning here. And then this afternoon, it kind of started getting hot again. So I don't know if that hurricane or tropical depression, whatever it is down there in the Gulf, I think it's a hurricane now. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it was really cloudy this morning. Now it's really sunny. I don't know if I've told you guys why I was, if I've moved it, if I've been on since I moved my desk area, but I moved my desk away from the window. It did pour rain down there too, or rain there. Yeah, it's rainy time, isn't it? But I moved my desk. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the window is no longer in front of me. It's like beside me that way. And then I've got my lights up. So it makes it, I think the lighting will be easier. But it does make me look like I've got really tan hands, and I don't. I don't know what that is. But, I mean, my hands are not that dark, y'all. Isn't that funny? How the brightness of the iPad and all that. Hello, honeybee. So now we're going to get out our Stampin' Seal Plus. And I'm going to, we're only going to put adhesive on these two pieces and then these two pieces. We're not going to put it on this one, okay? And when I fold it up, you'll see why. So we're going to take a little bit here, and then I'm going to take some right there. Got a little piece there. Oh, I went out too side. One out too far on the tape. It's okay. And then we're just going to fold that. Okay. So now, what I have learned from doing the other one, you can take it and push it in here, but it actually worked a little bit better putting it in here on this one, not on the box. So the box, we're going to put it inside. Hold this right. I know, Mary, I needed to go change them, but we had, you know, she had a ball game yesterday, so we went and did that instead. And then I'm going to take this side, and it should, well, it should line right up. There we go. And we're going to take this one and fold over, and these two sides should meet like that. So you've got your little box. Now, at this point, what you could do, okay, hello, Delinda. What you could do is you could fold it like this, like squeeze, pinch the sides in a little bit after you put your treat in there, and you could actually punch a hole in here and tie some ribbon, and that would be really cute. And maybe, or you could even stamp on here, stamp some stuff, and you'd have a cute little treat box. So I wanted to show you that, so you could do that, or but you could create a cover like we're fixing to do. So let's take this one. We're going to put a little piece here and a little piece there, and then right there and right there. All right. Oops, forgot Delinda. Huh? Oh. Okay, now this one, and I'll show you the reason why. I'm actually going to take this one and I'm going to put it on the outside. So these are two pieces with adhesive right here. So I'm going to take this, are you all able to see this? And I'm going to lay this piece down right there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Okay. And now I'm going to take this and lay it against, fold it flat over, side over. Do the same thing with this. So what I've done is I've just kind of taken this piece and lined it up with the score line right here, okay? So just, we'll see if you guys can see that. The score line's right there, okay? And then I'm just gonna hold it down and lay this down very carefully. Look how quick that was. So now we're going to take our little Fiorella. Don't look at the calories. It's this time of year. Don't look at the calories. It's that time of year. And we're going to put this little crunch wafer. I love hazelnut. And we're going to set it right in there. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put our cover on. And you may have to pinch the sides a little bit for it to get on, but it goes on. Now, here is why inside, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to wait till it comes up. Hello, Miss Christine. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right down in here, had I put those tiny little flaps right in here, when I put this box, it was bunching it up. It was like stopping it almost. And so that's why I decided to take that little piece and put it between these two pieces. Now, you can see here, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but there's like a little extra piece. Now, before we fold it, we could have trimmed it, but we can still trim it now. You just take your scissors and go like that, and it'll make it line up, okay? Like that. I think that one's fine. So sometimes you have to trim them, and sometimes you don't. See, I only had to trim one side of that one. So now we're going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to put it on the back here. All right, so it's all the way down, and it leaves that little bit of lip right there. Oh, didn't have it all the way down. Just leaves that little bit of lip. You could actually, oops, Don't come apart on me now. I must not have had it pressed down. Isn't that cute? So here we can take the thank you like the original one, or we could take, my stamps are coming off. We could take the hey there, and you could do it one of two ways. You could actually put the hey there here. So you could have, before you put this on, you would have needed to stamp that. You could have done that if you wanted. And then like this one and just lift this off. Or you can create a little tag that says hey there that will hang off of this with your items. But I think I am going to stick with the thank you, actually. After all that, I think I'm going to stick with the thank you. I don't know. I like it. I like it. Thanks, Dawn. Every once in a while, y'all should see all the paper. Thank goodness I have like older cardstock that I've given to Trinity, because it took a sheet and a half. No, one sheet. But I made 2 boxes out of it to get the measurements for this. Figuring out measurements for these boxes on treats, that, you know, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little hard, y'all. But I got it. But I did get it. All right, I had to clean the back of that. That wouldn't stick into the paper really well. So now we're going to get out. We're going to cut a piece of very vanilla cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4. And then this is cut at 2 1/2. So let's get our trimmer back out. I need to trim this down to 2 1/2. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I didn't measure the tag for my notes. Yeah, it was, wait a minute. Yeah, 2 1/2. Probably did it 2 3/4. No, I'm gonna do 2 1/2. I mean, I can cut it again. I can cut it again. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just lay it down and see. Oh, it was 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Yay. All right, let's go ahead and stamp before we do our punching. So we're just going to be using Cajun Craze on this, because the colors in here are Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, I think that's Crumb Cake, and Mint Macaron. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to stamp it over to the right because I want to leave a little bit of that for my linen thread. So I'm going to stamp that like that. Very pretty font, isn't it? Isn't that a pretty font? All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean my stamp real quick. Just, you know, clean it off. Get it ready for the next item. All right, then we're gonna put that to the side. So now we're going to get out our lovely linen thread. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to take, I don't need a Stampin' Steel for this. Oh, don't pull over. I'm just going to take a little bit just so I can tack down my linen thread. Okay. And I'm just going to wrap it around a couple of times like this. Okay. And then attach it to the back of that adhesive. Hello, darling. Well, I had my little 2-week break, you know, from the wedding. Y'all, I was wore out. It literally took a week to recuperate from that. I was hurting so bad. I came home that night from the wedding. I was literally shivering because I was dehydrated because I did not drink enough water that day. And I was shaking. I like literally shook myself to sleep. Came home, took a shower, downed a couple bottles of water, and then shivered myself to sleep. I was like, okay, next time I gotta remember to drink water. You guys, when you're doing something like that, and it was so hot that day, and it rained, but it didn't rain during the wedding, the ceremony, so or after, so it rained before. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 dimensionals on the back, okay, and then take them apart, and go ahead and lay this down here, like this, like so. Okay, And then we're going to take some of this thread. And I'm going to keep me like a little tail right here. And I'm just going to start wrapping around the box a couple times. I don't know, something like that. About 4 or 5 times. And then I'm going to tie this off. First, I'm going to trim this side. Oops, don't press too hard, Denise. You're going to ruin your box. And then, but you do want to keep it tight or it will become loose. So try to take my fat fingers and put them through there. Put my fat fingers through there. Oh, goodness. Let's do it this way. Okay. So I'm going to push this up a little bit. And then we can take this and I'll just trim off these long tails. You know, like that. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to get our punches out. Now these punches coordinate with this stamp set, and you can get these as a bundle for 10% off when you buy this and the Beautiful Autumn stamp set right here. Okay, so we're going to take these and we're going to punch out 2 of each. So I'm going to take I just got a scrap piece of Cajun Craze, and we're going to punch out 2 of the leaves. These tall leaves. This is a oak leaf. I think this is an oak leaf. All right, and then we're going to take some mint macaron. That's just a scrap. You can see I've been using the same piece to punch out. And I'm going to punch. I do too, Dawn. I do too. 2 pieces. And then we're going to use the acorn, and we're going to use early espresso. So we're kind of keeping with the paper colors. That's what I like about, you know, like Stampin' Up, because you can coordinate everything. Everything's already coordinated for you. Whatever's in the paper, it all matches, you know. That little. All right, so now we're going to put these together and make sure that they line up with each other. Okay, like that. This one does. So I'm going to put this one in front. This is the one I did earlier. Didn't match up because of the way the leaf. Okay, so those match up. And then these 2, of course. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get out some of our linen thread, and I'm going to cut 3 pieces. And I'm just going to cut them about the same length. I want them long enough where I can tie them. So, I don't know, that's probably about 5 inches. Okay. And we're going to get out some Tombow. And I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow and just kind of go like this. Not a lot, not a lot. I didn't need that much. Coming out too fast on me here. All right. I'm going to take my string and put these down here like this. And I'm going to lace some in the adhesive, okay, inside. And I'm going to take this piece, the second piece that we punched, and lay it on top. Make sure you match it up. Okay. So it becomes like a little charm in a way. Okay, so push that one down there. And then we'll do this one. Lay it down. And take this one and match it up. All right, give it just a little press to kind of press the adhesive together. All right, and then we're going to do this one like this. This one may need a little tab of glue. I'm going to add a little more tab of glue on this. Just right there. Okay. Just a little tab. And then I'm going to line this one up. And this is the maple leaf, I believe. I'm not mistaken. Okay. And just press that together. All right, now we're going to take all 3 of these, and I want the 2 leaves separated, okay, with the acorn. I'm just going to lay them down before I pick them up. I don't want them all in like this together. Okay, I don't want them all lined up. I want this to come down a little bit, and this one to kind of come down a little, or it can go up like this, I guess. But I don't want them in the same length. Then I'm going to straighten up my linen thread, pull it together, okay? And then I'm going to come over here to my box, and I'm going to go underneath this, the linen thread on the box. Just keep a handle on it. All right. And I'm going to lift it up about like this, because this one, it is a little bit lower, okay? And I am going to take this side, and then I'm going to tie a knot. I'm just going to take this, see if I can tie it. You know, when you're by yourself, this is easier, but when you're doing it on film for everybody else. And you could probably tie this a knot first. Now, you're going to tie your knot, but before you do that, take your time and make sure that those aren't too short and not too long, okay? So I know they're going to lay kind of like that, so I'm good with that. And then pull them like this. You can even come down here, push it down, or earlier, where we tied that earlier knot right there, okay? And then you can take your linen thread and push it out, bring it over, pull it over so it hangs on the corner like that. Then you're going to take this and you're going to trim them down, not too short, but a little bit. So it looks like they're all, the ollies are tied together, like they all match up, like all the strings match up. Okay. And these just kind of hang down a little bit. You know, these would be really cute too. You could put little treats in here for like the dinner table and put some, write their name, not stamp it, but you could write their name. Or you could put, take some of our alphabets and maybe put their initials on here. And then you could put this on their plate at the dinner table. Or if you do family buffet style for Thanksgiving, fantastic box, thanks to Linda. Or you could, if you do like a family buffet style, not a sit down for Thanksgiving, you could just have these, you know, for everybody to take one home at the end, okay? All right, that's our quick, that's not too bad. It took me about 30 minutes, and that was me talking you through it. So it probably takes a good 15 minutes to make one of those boxes. And depending on how many people you have in your family, you know, that's what it's going to take. All right, so now we're going to make our card, because I feel like I want to make a card with you. Thank you, Ruth. I'm trying to get my phone lined up here. All right, I forgot to get down the Whisper White cardstock. Get a piece of that. All right, so we're going to cut this down. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so go ahead and cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Cut that down. All right, and then I think I'm going to back it with Cajun Craze. And I'm going to cut this out. I'm actually going to cut it this way, so it'll be easier. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Now, the only thing that I'm not sure about, hi Cheryl, the only thing I'm not sure about yet is what my card base is going to be. Because like I said, I have like a little sample in my, over here. But we're going to see. We're going to see what I can come up with. All right, so we're going to get out our Stamparatus, because I'm going to be using a big stamp. So I'm going to use this to kind of help me. I don't need all that. All right. So I need to clean that, don't I? I need to clean that. Move this stuff out of the way. All right. So we're going to get out the birch stamp. The birch. And I'm just going to line it up over here, straight on my image, even though my cling isn't straight. And I'm going to put these up here out of the way. Then we're going to get out some crumb cake. Yeah, it does look like I'm lopsided. And I'm going to ink up my image. You guys can't see it yet. Okay, I've inked it up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it 2 times before I put my cardstock. So 1 and 2. All right, so now I'm going to remove these real quick. Remove that paper because I don't want the ink on my, don't be getting wild over here, magnet. Lay this down. Before I lay it down, I'm going to line up my paper a little bit. Make sure it's going to hit, yeah. Line this down. All right. And I can't use my magnets because I need it over the whole piece. But I can turn this over so it doesn't get on my mat. All right. So I get 1 shot at this. Okay. Move it over just a little bit. Okay, and then make sure it's kind of straight though. All right, ready? Okay. And actually, I think I wanted it a little bit lighter than this, but that's okay. Well, no, we'll just turn it around. We can just turn it around. Okay. And stamp it again. There you go. That's what I wanted. I wanted it so it's like 4th generation. There's a learning curve to opening those ink pads without getting inky fingers. I end up sticking my finger out the back. Yes. If I'm like taking, you know, if I'm not even thinking about it, normally I don't. But if I'm thinking about the opening ink, yeah. All right, I'm going to put this to the side so I can clean this after I get off. And I would use my, what do you call it? My chamois to clean that. So now we're going to take this and we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to get out 3 little blocks. What I've decided to do is when I do my lives or cards and stuff, I want to make a couple cards when I get out my stamp set, just because I think that it will, you know, it shows a couple different ways instead of just doing one, you know, one item. So I may make a treat box and a card, or may just make 2 cards, or do a fancy fold card and a regular fold card. I don't know yet, but I think that's what I want to start doing. And if I have some of it ready, I should be able to get them done both within an hour. I like to come on here about an hour every you know, when I come on. All right, so now we have our stamps, and what I have pulled is the solid stamps of each one of these. I didn't do the acorn because that's 2 pieces, so I decided to do the pine cone to give it a little bit of different look, because this one has the acorns on it. So I thought, well, let's play with the pine cone. So I'm just using these 3 solid images. All right, and now we're going to get out some Cajun Craze. Okay, some early espresso. And then some mint macaron. Okay. And then we're also going to use some sponge daubers. All right, so let me put this up here so it makes it a little bit easier. And I'm going to take, this one is going to be in Cajun Craze, and this oak leaf is going to be mint macaron. So I'm going to take my sponge dauber, ink it up, and then ink up my, just very lightly. We'll test it and I'll show you. That's about what I don't want it too dark. If some of it ends up darker, some end up darker than others, I'm fine with that. So you can take it up if you want, ink it up. Okay, and we're just going to start laying them down right there. Then I'm going to ink up, I'm going to leave this one on, my, what you call it, was this pine cone. All right, and then I do want them to go in a certain order, so I'm not going to stamp them one in a stamp because I can't line them up that well. You know what I mean? I can't line them up like that, and I want it. I don't want random. I want it more uniform. So we're just going to take this one. Well, that one was too dark. All right, well, that's okay. So we're going to take this one again, and we're going to start down here. Kind of go off the page a little bit. And then we're going to stamp it up again. Whoops. And we're going to, no, hold on, let's stamp this one first. I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm not going to ink this back up, the mint macaron, because it's already got enough ink on it, because that one was really dark. Okay, there we go. Like this. And then going to ink up a little bit more. Put that right there. It's okay if it doesn't stamp all the way. I'm okay. I'm good with that. All right, ink some more of that up. See how it's still kind of dark? And ink that one up. And let's do another pine cone. And we're kind of, I'm trying to create kind of a, like a falling in the corner. Like I want it to kind of drape down like this and kind of come down here a little bit too. Okay. We're going to ink up this again. And there's a lot of color on this one little dauber. I put it in there one time. There's a lot of ink on that dauber. There we go. Add a little bit of that. Like this. And then I will come up here with this one. And then our mint macaron. Our little, kind of like that. And I just want that birch. I really wanted it kind of look like wood, not like so much like birch. So that's why I stamped it 3 times, and then this was the 4th stamping off. And I just wanted it to kind of like give a little bit of background, but not like in your face, not like a bright in your face kind of color. Okay, that's why I chose to do that. And then I think I'm going to put some more color on this maple and come down here. And we're going to ink this one up one more time and kind of put one right there. Okay, I think that's good. That's exactly what I want right there. So I'm going to put all 3 of these. I'm going to put up my ink. I'm going to, thanks to Linda. So I'm going to put all these up, and I'm going to get out the cake, because you guys are like, well, she hasn't used the crumb cake yet. We are. So we're going to get out the crumb cake. And in the beautiful autumn, they've got an amazing stamp that says, "My heart is grateful for you." I like that. Oh, it's already on a block somewhere. Oh, it's not. It's on the, it's on here. I had these out. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just lay it down here and kind of line it up a little bit on my papers. And I'm going to ink it up in the crumb cake. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of go right about here. Okay. Like that. So basically we're just doing a little stamping. Now that looks a little dark, but it will dry a little lighter. Okay. Or did I? Yeah. I'm sure it dries a little bit lighter. I don't think I did that 2nd generation. I did it white first. Now, I was trying to think of some things to go on here, but I didn't know what we had except for the gold little gems, and I don't really want to put that on there. Let me look through these. Maybe I've got something in here I don't know about. I don't have this. Oh, we do. We have the little acorns. we have the little acorns. All right, I'm gonna get one of these out. These are these gorgeous little acorns. You guys see those? And I'm gonna get out our linen thread. Acorns. Yes, I do too. I do too, honeybee. And I'm going to thread that. And I'm just going to kind of go down a little bit. And then I'm going to tie a knot in the top right there. Okay, so it doesn't, you know, kind of go like that. Look at that. All right, so then I'm going to, I think I'm going to put it, I think I want to put it, because I want to wrap this around a little bit. I want it to kind of put it right there and fill that gap. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, get out some of my stamp, and I'm just going to place this on the back. Actually, not yet, because I need to line this up. So we're going to line this up. That means I might have to stamp a little bit more. All right. And then we're going to wrap. I'm going to pull this kind of tight so it kind of, I want it to lay there. Kind of come back. And make it kind of go like this. Okay. And then turn this around. Whoops. I really don't want that to like go all the way down, but I will. I will. All right, and then cut this. Now, to save on some of that trim, what you could do is cut 3 pieces and let it fold over on each side. But, okay, I want this to kind of go up a little bit. Go up. Right. Yep. I feel like I need to stamp right here. What do you think? Yes. Yes, Mary. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. A few more leaves. Yes, I think a few more because it looks like it's, you know. All right, let's go ahead and ink up our mat. And I'm just going to take, I can do this. Just put, okay, if I can get, oh, there, I see it. I see you. I see why you ain't rolling. Am I out? Please tell me I'm not out. No, I'm not out just yet. Okay, put a little in the corners right there. And in the middle. All right, and then I'm going to line this up. Yeah, this part is as far as I got on my sample in my head. All right, so now I'm going to take and put a couple more leaves right there. So I'm going to get out this one, the pine cone, and put it right there, and then get out the maple leaf and stamp it right there. What do y'all think? Does that look better? Yeah, that looks better. That looks really now, so what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to back this on Crumb Cake. What y'all think? Crumb Cake? I didn't know for sure. I'm thinking Crumb Cake. I'm going to go with Crumb Cake. And of course, I don't. Oh, this might be good. This might be good. I need to open up a new container of Crumb Cake. Let's see if I can get this to work. This is perfect. I just need to trim this down to 5.5. Where's that? On this side. 5.5. All right, and then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Thank you, Miss Linda. Yeah, just that little piece. Right, Miss Mary? Okay. And I'm going to tell you what else I thought about doing. But I want to put this on first, because I'm not going to adhere them until I know it. I like the look of it. Now, because I've put that on there, I'm just going to take, again, my adhesive and put on my card base. And I know it's going to be like a 1/8 of an inch. Hello, Miss Jeannie. So I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit and put my 4 pieces. 1 in each little corner. 1 in the middle. And then lay this down. Okay. Make sure it's all lined up. Lay it down. Now I'm going to get out some Scrap Whisper White. So we're just going to get out a piece like this. I'm going to bring these back over. And I'm going to ink these back up using the same sponge dauber for this one. And see if it's got some color left on it. Oh, yep, it sure does. That's kind of what I want right there. Do the same thing with this. Oh, why do I have it like that? These need to be straight, Denise. Ooh, yeah, that was really light. Okay, we'll do that one kind of light then too. Oh, wait, that's the acorn. Ooh, the acorn's that one. Okay, we're just going to do these. I didn't mean to slant that. Now I've got to cut it like that. Pop that out. Need 3 of them. I don't have one for that piece. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And I thought about taking our little. I'm not going to take the. I don't know if I'm going to like this. This was what was in my head. This is what was in my head. Stick back on there. And then just taking like a couple and throwing them on here like this to give it some more dimension too. But I think because I have the acorn, let me see. I'm just going to see how it looks on a shelf. I think I'm not going to put these now because I like just the acorn by itself. See how can you see that dimension right there? If I was to add that, I just didn't think it would look good. And that's really heavy. So what you can do, let's see if we can do this, is get a piece of your linen. You could take this and maybe tie a knot right there. I don't know. Because that looks, you know what I mean? Just looks a little bit, hello Cindy. Where you been? Where you been, Miss Cindy? It looks like it's just weighing down a little bit. So I'm going to thread it through the acorn, thread it through my 3 pieces right here, tie a little knot. I mean, we can always untie it or unclip it. And that way it's not dangling so much. Oh, it come apart. It did. It came apart. I didn't tie it tight enough. Okay, well, you goofy thing. Well, you goofy thing. Let me do it one more time. Getting ready to walk into Stamp Club. Oh, Stindy. How fun. I do miss stamping with live people. You know, like just with some friends and stuff. I do miss that. I wish I could stamp with all of you in person. Okay. There we go. Now, we'll trim this down a little closer. Hopefully it won't come apart. There we go. I like that. So it kind of ties it a little bit better. All right. So now, thanks, Cindy, we have our little treat box that we made. Which one did we make together? Well, they both look the same. So you've got your little treat box with your little cookie inside. And you can give these, like I said, to co-workers. There's my husband. Hold on. Because he can't let himself in. He has to, I have to let him in. You gotta start using your key, baby. that's what they give you, that key. It opens that door, believe it or not. Okay. So we've got our card and we've got our treat box. What was I saying, y'all? Again, yes, for dinner table, just to give out. If you don't do sit down dinner, you can do it for little treat boxes for them to take home when they leave. You can fill them with, you know, you can put some other stuff in there if you want to bag it yourself, you know, like little treats. Or you can get one of those little cookies at the Dollar General. That's where you can find those cookies, at the Dollar General. You could probably find them on Amazon, like for a box of them. But if you only need a couple, you know, that's what you use. Okay, let me raise you guys down a little bit. So what we used, put these over here. So sorry. Thanks, Christina. We used Beautiful Autumn. We used the Birch. And then the four colors that we used. Like, I can't. Oh, my goodness. So sorry, guys. So sorry. If I even breathe the outside for a minute. Golly, allergies, I hate them. And I was outside yesterday with the baseball field. Okay. That's what we used. And our punches. What y'all think? Y'all like all that? Now, oh, hey, Deborah. Yes, you will. Yes, ma'am. You will. We had fun. Yeah, it's allergies. And when I talk, my throat gets really dry when I'm talking. And I also cough when I'm nervous. And I'm nervous even doing live. I know I've been doing lives a long time, but I still get nervous. So it kind of just, I don't know, just happens. Yeah. But I can tell I've got allergies too. And I was outside yesterday for Trinity's game, 2 games. And so a lot of trees around there. So I know that's what that is. So, but thank you for checking on me. All right, my loves. Well, I love y'all. If y'all make these, recreate these boxes, I'll put the measurements. I'll go and type them right now. I get nervous, Mary. I know you guys think, well, that girl's not nervous, but I still get nervous coming on here. I still am shy. I just try to push through it to come on here, believe it or not. But I know you're thinking, Denise, shy? But yes, I am. But if you guys like any of the products you've seen, please head over to my online store, ladybugstampin.stampinup.net. It will be, here's the information, if you want to take a snapshot while you're watching the video or the replay. But everything will be down listed below. And I will go type these instructions right now as soon as I get off the phone with you guys. Or, video. All right. So you guys have a lovely week. I'll be on Facebook on Tuesday. And then I'll be back here on Thursday. And I've also got to set up my paper pumpkin and my customer appreciation night. So this week. So I will see you guys back here on YouTube on Thursday at 7 on Thursday. Okay. All right. Kisses. Have a wonderful, blessed week, guys.